Hey, how's it going, everybody? Back for an update video. It's been almost 2 months, I think, since I made one, roughly. The last video I made was mine and Eli's Excellent Adventure. Well, the finds from our Excellent Adventure. So, it's good to be back. It's been a rough couple months. Yeah, shit happens. But, hope everybody's doing well. I've been trying to catch up on videos, and, thanks to all my new subscribers. I greatly appreciate new and old. Thanks to my old subscribers. Thanks for sticking around. To my new subscribers, I hope you enjoy my channel. So, yeah, I'm just going to jump right into it. I haven't been buying a whole lot of records lately. I think I say this in every video. Over the past almost 2 months, I've accumulated a few, all from the Goodwill. I've realized that in the summertime, that's the best time to find records at the Goodwill around here. People are cleaning out their basements, their garages, their attics, and just donating some good records. Mainly jazz. I found a handful of a few rock records, but mainly jazz. So I'm just going to jump right into it. What I'm spinning right now, Facts of Life by Bobby Womack. Late and great Bobby Womack. This is a great album. Love this album. It's soulful, funky, very good. But and all these records were 50 cents. I think I paid $1 for maybe one or two of them, but they're all 50 cents and they're all in great shape. So starting off with Uriah Heep, The Magician's Birthday. I listened to this a couple nights ago. This is great. Mercury label. I like Uriah Heep. This was the album that followed Demons and Wizards, which is another good album of theirs. All the Uriah Heep I have in my collection is earlier Uriah Heep. I've never really listened to much later period stuff, so very good though. Very good. I dig it. The Magician's Birthday by Uriah Heep. Some cool Roger Dean art as well on the cover. Very cool. Good album. I love it. I listened to this the other night. This is a Blind by El Chicano Revolution. This was a blind buy. It was alright. I wasn't too crazy about it, but it wasn't terrible. And it's a promotional copy as well on the Cap label from 1971. Kind of has like a Santana vibe to it, more like Latin vibe to it. It wasn't bad, but I'll have to listen to it again. Yeah. El Chicano Revolution. And I found Strut My Stuff by the Elvin Bishop. Strut My Stuff. This is on the Capricorn label. It wasn't bad. Some of the songs are better than others. I believe Elvin Bishop played in the Butterfield Blues Band, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it wasn't bad. Gave this a spin. After I cleaned all these, give it a spin. It wasn't too bad. Strut My Stuff by Elvin Bishop. I found this. This was the $2 record. Woodstock, the soundtrack, music from the original soundtrack, and more. I've seen this before at the antique mall I go to. It was always expensive, and I never, I wasn't too crazy about having it in my collection. But I found it at the Goodwill, and all records were in great shape. I mean, Canned Heat, Richie Havens, Country Joe and the Fish, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Santana, Hendrix, Sly and the Family Stone, The Who, Joe Cocker. So, yeah. Woodstock. This one, I really enjoyed this. This is a band called Mahogany. I'm not too sure the year on this. It's on the Epic label, the yellow Epic label. This, I really enjoyed this. A very bluesy sound to it. Yeah. Mahogany is comprised of 4 young performers, each of whom has an extensive musical experience prior to joining the group. Yeah, this is between the 3 of them. They play no less than 10 instruments, including trumpet, violin, and classical guitar. Uh, and drummer Paul Hobbs says says that he only plays drums as they are for him a lifetime. So very good blues, rock, mahogany, and I believe the rest is going to be jazz. So the Paris concert with Oscar Peterson, Joe Pass, and Niles Peterson, 1978 on the Pablo label. This is a good album. Very good. Oscar Peterson. I have a few other albums of his. Really laid back, mellow jazz pianist. And I dig this. And no drums, but guitar, bass. Very laid back, mellow album. I enjoy it. Paris concert. At the best of Eddie Harris. Played the saxophone. Who else appears in this? What was the other? Most of it was 1965, 67, 68, 69. Grady Tate on drums. Ron Carter on bass. Eddie Harris on sax. Billy Higgins on drums. So, best of. This is on the Atlantic Jazz Anthology. So, this is from 1970. This was released. So, can't wait to give that a spin. This one was a cool find. Oscar Soli, Music of West Africa. What's cool about this is Oscar Soli basically conducted the entire album. He did play on it. Oscar Soli and his Afro Percussion Ensemble. And it was Oscar Soli and his Afro Percussion Ensemble and the Air Force Band of Mid-America. So, as you can see, the United States Air Force, and this is all brought together by John A. O'Connor, who at the time was the Associate Professor of Music at the U of I, University of Illinois. So, yeah. I haven't listened to this yet, but I'm really, really interested to hear how this sounds. So, it's a cool find. Genius of Bud Powell, Volume 2, features Max Roach, Percy Heath on bass, Art Taylor, I believe Art Blakey. So this is on the Verve label. This was a later reissue from '78. This I was excited to find this too. Not too sure how to pronounce Stefan Grappelli. David Grisman live. This also features Mike Marshall mandolin, guitar, Rob Wasserman on bass. Very cool. Yeah. Can't wait to give this a listen too. This is gonna sound good. Dexter Gordon, Sophisticated Giant. This is later period, 1977, later period Dexter Gordon, but he's amazing. I'm really excited to get this. We got saxophones, tenor sax, soprano, Dexter Gordon, of course. Trumpet, flugelhorns, flute, piccolos, tubas, drums, bass. This is going to be a good listen. Dexter Gordon, Sophisticated Giant. I also found another later period Dexter Gordon, Great Encounters. Dexter Gordon. This is recorded live. Let's see. Only one song was recorded live at Carnegie Hall in '78. This was released in '79. Rufus Reid on bass, Eddie Gladden on drums, George Cables on piano, Dexter Gordon on tenor sax. So, I was happy to come across that. Columbia label. Best of George Benson. This is from 1969-70, so a period of 3 albums. Tell It Like It Is, The Other Side of Abbey Road, and Shape of Things to Come. Some early George Benson, his best material in my opinion, my favorite era of George Benson was his earlier releases. Yeah, and this too is a promotional copy. Gold stamp promo. So this was released in '81, but all these cuts on the album from '69-'70. So happy to find that. I wasn't too sure about this one. Charles Earland, The Great Pyramid, known for playing the organ. Plays the Fender Rhodes piano, Mini Moog. Yeah. But, I mean, Harvey Mason on drums, Marshall Jones on bass, David Clark. So David Brecker appears on this album. Or Randy Brecker, excuse me. Chris Brubeck. So, shouldn't be bad. The Essential Earl Father Hines. This is recorded in the Hangover Club, San Francisco, 1957. Earl Hines, a pianist, cornet, trombone, clarinet, bass, drums. Does a Ugly Child, Caravan, Hops Blues. So, this is on the Olympic Records. It's a later release in the 70s, I want to say. So. And we got... I have one other album by... I believe it's Chuck Mangione, Main Squeeze. I picked this one up. I have one other album, Bella Vita, and I really enjoy it. This had a solid lineup of John Trapea on guitar, Tony Levin on bass, Ralph McDonald, Richard T., Steve Gadd. I did listen to this the other night. This is very, very good. I enjoyed it. Very, good jazz record. 1976, I want to say. I believe it was 76, but I recorded at Electric Lady Studios, so Main Squeeze, Chuck Mangione. We got LA4. This has Lourindo Almeida, Ray Brown, Shelly Manne, Bud Shank. I wasn't too familiar with many of these players. This is on the Concord Jazz label. So, excited to give this a listen. I did see there was another album from Shelly Manne, the drummer, and I passed up because it's really beat up, but so can't wait to dive in and see how this sounds. So, it's pretty excited to find this. This is it's recorded in '85, February 22nd, 1985. This is a Blue Note, One Night with Blue Note Preserve, Volume 3. But Art Blakey, Freddie Hubbard, Johnny Griffin, Kenny Burrell, Grover Washington Jr., Jimmy Smith. Haven't listened to this yet, but I'm sure it'll be nice, good listen. This looks unplayed. So, I wasn't too familiar with this artist, Toshiko Akiyoshi, Jazz Orchestra featuring Lou Tabakin and Frank West, Wishing Peace from Liberty Suite. Wasn't too familiar with this, but gonna give it a listen. Should be good. A whole list of players: trumpets, reeds, trombones, bass, drums, conga, piano. She's the pianist, Toshiko Akiyoshi. Another from her, Finesse by Toshiko Akiyoshi. This is just a trio featuring Toshiko Akiyoshi, Monty Budwig, and Jack Hanna. So, and this is on the Concord Jazz label. Really happy to find this added to my Ahmad Jamal collection, All of You by Ahmad Jamal. This is recorded live in '61 during an actual performance at Ahmad Jamal's club, the Alhambra in Chicago. So this should be a good listen. I love Ahmad Jamal. It's on the Cadet label. All of You by Ahmad Jamal. I have a real good handful of records from Ramsey Lewis, or the Ramsey Lewis Trio. Love Notes is a good album by Ramsey Lewis. This is Routes by Ramsey Lewis. This is a later pressing, 1980, so it's one of his later albums. And yeah, it should be a decent listen. I'm excited to give this a spin. Probably gonna be more poppier, more funkier. We'll see. So Ramsey Lewis Routes. Got Thelonious Monk Crisscross. Found a lot of Thelonious Monk. This actually belonged to the music department at the high school in the next town over. So, Thelonious Monk Crisscross. Excited to give that a spin. That is on the Columbia label. Pretty sure it's a later pressing. Just a couple more, run through these really quick. Really happy to find this. John Coltrane and Thelonious Monk. This is a later pressing. I've watched two other videos recently where they were showing this record off, different album covers in each video. Now this is a third album cover, but this is on the Milestone label, and this is a reissue from late 70s, I believe. For the late 70s, but yeah, Thelonious Monk, John Coltrane. Listening to this the other night, fucking beautiful record. And last record, Pure Monk by Thelonious Monk. Two's on the Milestone label, and this is I want to say 1970 something. This is released. Yeah, 1973. So a later issue of Pure Monk, Thelonious Monk. I'm assuming it's a greatest hits. Haven't listened to this yet, but a little greatest hits best of compilation. So that's it, everybody. Yeah, try to fly through them as fast as I could. Hope everybody's doing well. Once again, thanks to all my subscribers, old and new. I've been trying to catch up on videos. It's been a long couple months, but hey, that's life, right? So everybody, thanks for tuning in. Feel free to leave any comments, messages below. It's always appreciated. Everybody, be good to yourselves. Take care, and as always, we'll talk soon.